Seeds and seeds and seeds and seeds and seeds and seeds galore. Sorting everything right now, picking what we're gonna plant and where we're gonna plant where, and looking at the companion planting guide that I like so much. I'll put a link for that one. It's super comprehensive, and actually it's the best companion planting guide I've ever seen. Okay, so I'm gonna have Ariana plant in these holes some of the cowpeas that we have, and also some nasturtiums. Both of those can tolerate not that great of soil, and so this will be a great place for them because these are not growing that well. But the companion planting guide for the not for cowpeas, this is for peas and beans. I can't find the cowpeas in particular, but it says keep them away from the, I don't know if you say allium or alum family, but that's all the onions, garlic, and stuff. So we do have onions over here close, so we're going to skip and start down a little bit lower, and we're not going to plant them right beside the onions. Also, sometimes you get seed packs like this that don't give you any instruction on how to plant, and the general rule is however wide on the skinny side that the bean is, or the seeds in general, you plant double that thickness. So you would plant like that thick. So that's the general rule. Okay, so we got some Blue Lake bush beans, and then we ran out of those, and we got Lima bush beans, and then we finished it off with some bush cowpeas. And I don't know if you could tell, but what I would do, so this isn't very thick on the wood chips. It goes some wood chips, some compost, and then it goes down to the topsoil, and it's really clayey. But anyway, we would move it, put that down, smear back over, and if there was excess, you can see, well, I would take it and I would sprinkle so it was evenly dispersed instead of getting too thick on the seeds. And then I would take the big chunks and I would move them up here in between the strawberry plants, because that's just going to add more protection for them, but it's not going to hurt because they have such a wide spacing. So that's what we got done here. Also want to say, always write down where you plant what. At least that's what I do, because you will forget, I promise, unless you have just one single thing. Oh my goodness. Well, Buddy Pie is back. Can you see Buddy Pie? Hey there, buddy. I'm not going to bother you. Off of my research yesterday, I'm positive this is a young rat snake. So let's see how close he'll let me get. Let me go on the other side because that bright sun's not letting you see him. So hold on. All right, see how he has the white going all the way up? That's one of the characteristics for a rat snake. He's also pretty calm and gentle and doesn't care about us being here. That was another characteristic for a rat snake, is that they're real not aggressive. So we're stressing him. All the kids came over. So he's going back up. So since everybody's here, but he's not being fast. So bye, buddy.
So it ended up me planting the beans. It wasn't supposed to be that way. It was supposed to be the kids planting the beans, but for one reason or another, they all ended up having to go do other things. And so I did it. It was starting to get hot already, and it was starting to get hot already, and I'm already zapped out. So I don't normally do anything like that. I normally just boss everybody around. I also got, well, I've done washed them, but I got my fingers dirty. I try actually not to do that very often because I don't want to be exposed to the mold, but that's where my mask comes in. If it had not been for my mask, I would absolutely not have been able to even been out there, let alone actually get my hands dirty. And anyway, so it's supposed to be really hot today. Ignore the children in the background. And I'll have to work with the shade for the rest of the day, be in a place where I can be in shade and just tell everybody what to do. So let you know what else we do.
So Michael just found we've got this duck that's its legs aren't working. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure if it's hurt, but see, when it tries to walk, its legs are just sprawled out on either side of it, and it's not working. I've heard of stuff with ducks with their legs getting weak and it being niacin, but the feed that we've got, Michael said it specifically says that it's got all the niacin and everything that a duck needs. But look how it's crawling. Maybe
maybe something's just happened where it didn't get enough nutrients or something. I don't know. We'll separate it and see what happens.
Okay, so I've been researching. It looks like that's called spraddle leg or sprayed leg. It's got an L. Splayed leg. Apparently, it's common in ducks and geese and things if they have an area where they don't get much traction. They'll make their legs go out. And so the only thing we can figure is yesterday before Michael got the bedding changed out that it just being so wet and smushy in there that was making it slippery. And but from what I'm seeing, it is treatable and curable. You have to do something where you bind their legs up under them. So I'm researching what's the best way to do that. And hopefully we can get that duck all fixed up. Some people are saying something about the niacin, but the feed, like I said, has niacin in it, so that probably isn't the problem. What I was seeing was the most common was it was a slippery surface. So hopefully getting it bound up will help it. And like I said, the ducks are messy, so we need to get them moved into the area with the wood pellets so that it'll be absorbing a lot of the moisture and hopefully not be as big of a mess, so not get the slipperiness. So that's what we're working on now.
Okay, so we've got Buddy Pie here and we're doing what treatment we found. So what they said is that for one reason or another, it can be the slippery surface or something else that they, because of pain or difficulty walking, they start experimenting with their muscles and rotating their legs out differently, and that it becomes what seems to be like less painful or easier to do, and their brain will hardwire that is the way that you walk. And so you have to hobble them to force their legs to stay up under them and make its brain learn that this is the way that you walk. And so you have to keep the hobble on them until they are 100% walking normal. And even once you think that it's completely finished, you need to keep it for at least a half of a day after that and really watch them very closely to make sure they don't revert back to walking with their legs out. And so this will be, now one of the warnings, it did say that because when they're straddled, their legs are not straddled, when they're hobbled, it makes it difficult for them to move and stuff, and that it does make a drowning risk. So you have to make sure that they're not in a place where they're going to drown, but where they can still get their water and feed. So we got him some electrolytes. Right now it's really warm. See, he's trying to walk funny with his legs to the side. So we might have to adjust it. So the way we did it was we did a zip tie on both legs and then a zip tie in the middle to connect them. You can do it lots of different ways. You can use Band-Aids. You can do all kind of different tapes. You can do, giving him some shade, different kind of ties, hair bows, rubber bands. Now with those, they said that they can slip up the hock, like the elbow area, you don't want it above that, you want it below. And it said that the rubber bands and hair bows are a lot likely to slip up on the upper leg past that, so you don't want that to happen. So we might have to adjust, I don't know if they eat daisies, but we might have to adjust the settings. So they said you want it where, see, this isn't working real good. He's got his, I don't know if you can see because of the shade, he just kicked his legs behind. Can you fix it, Micah? Can you put his legs up under him? We might have to tighten it so he can't get it behind him. No, Micah, up under his belly. You see how his legs behind his, you got to take back here and tuck it up under his belly. No, let Anna do it. She knows what. So we got to put them legs and feet back up under. So it might be that, it just slipped off. That's what it is. It's too loose. Okay, so we're going to have to tighten that. Well, so we'll have to work with that and figure out what's the right tightness to keep that on. But they said that you want it where whatever their normal stance is just slightly looser than that. So we'll have to play with the zip ties and get the measurement right on how far apart he needs to not let his legs flip out. But they said if you don't catch it quickly and get the hobbles on them, that their brain will hardwire it and that it will not be reversible. And so you got to work fast once you notice this happening. All right, so Michael went and got our old brooder that the chicks had, gave them the one that doesn't have the wires on it. And so right now he's getting mulch. We're going to just go ahead so we can get them off because we don't have the wood pellets at this moment. He's going to put it real thick with that and then put the wood shavings on top of that. And hopefully this will give a little better drainage so that all of the messiness from the duck's water will be able to seep out. So hopefully this will be helpful in preventing any of the other ones from getting this issue. Okay, so I told y'all the other day about us having the air conditioner issues, and so we had got the new base. I'll spin you around, let you see that first. We got a big old mess. Everybody's cooking and getting ready for Sabbath. So this part is actually separate than the air conditioner itself, but it has the controls. And so Michael replaced that the other day, and it froze up. And so what he's done is he's backed it off so it's not quite as cold as it'll go. And so far it hadn't froze back up. So I had bought some water kaffir, and I saw these neat little stick-on thermometers that are supposed to be for sticking on your jars or your crocks or whatever that you're fermenting in. And I thought, hey, let's get that, because it was like $1 something a piece. So it's saying at the air conditioner it's 65. So it's halfway 66, halfway 64. So we're at 65 on that. And that's not where the air directly is blowing out, but that's up here by it. So over here on the counter is 74. So it is, you know, it is a difference than being right there on it. But let me take you over here and see what's happening in the window. So I stuck one up here on the window. It's not, let's see, come on, I'm gonna focus. Let's see if I can get it. Well, come on, there we go. All right, so it's not in full sun, and it's at, looks like 86 just sitting here in the window. So that shows you how much heat. So between that being 86 and then right here on the counter be 74, that's a 12-degree difference. But that's how much heat is coming in at the window. And then between the counter and up to the air conditioner is, what did I say it was up there? 65. So it's, you know, almost a 10-degree difference. So let's go see how hot it is outside. It's 1:30, so you know it's about as hot as it's going to be for the day. So it is keeping up much better than it was, because it was being that it was hotter outside, or no, hotter inside than it was outside. So this bottom unit seems to have fixed the issue. I don't know if you'll be able to tell what's going on, but Michael just brought up the fence and moved it. Let me see if I can, well, let me see if I can point. So up there, he moved the little chicks' fence up there to give them some fresh grass. So they're in the process of gathering all the chicks. They're over there hiding by the trees in the shade and moving them over there. So they'll be happy to get the new grass though, even though it might be hot. So this is where the chicks were. You can see the difference over there to the other field, and this didn't have a whole lot, but they haven't took it all the way down. I don't know if you can tell, but there's still grass in here. It'll recover, and they'll actually grow back better because it has all their manure in here now. But now let's go over here and see what they got now. So they're all in their little coop in the shade because it is hot. Anyway, so they'll have all that fresh grass, and then after that, if we need to, we can move them up on the hill some. Are y'all happy? Y'all got fresh grass in there? I don't know if you'll be able to see them. They're hot. They're panting. I don't know if you can see, but it's saying 84, but it's already cooled off a little bit. So last time the kids said it was 85, so I'm not sure how hot it got today. But as you can see, the windows in the bus is about as hot as it is outside. All right, so Michael got this coop brought up here, so the ducks have a lot more room. He also did this neat, so this is a garden sifter that we use when he's getting chicken manure and things out of the field to get rocks and things out of it. So he put that down, I don't know if you'll be able to see, in here, and put the water on that, and then, let's see if you'll be able to see, and he removed the mulch so the water will be able to drain out of here. So hopefully that will keep them a lot happier. He does have the heat lamp in here for when it cools off, which they don't need right now. But you can see they got a ton more room. And the water's right here, or not water, the food's right here. I told him he might need to put you can already see that it's a little moist because they go back and forth between the water and the feed. So he might want to put the feed on this wire rack too, so all of it will stay there together. But they're panting, they're nice and warm. They don't need a heat lamp today. All right, so we got our little buddy over here. Got him in the shade so he don't get too hot. Michael got the bands, he thinks, not the bands, the twist ties right on his feet. He's not trying to walk. I think it's probably because the feed and the water is right there, so we might need to back him up so he has a reason to want to walk around. But Ariana's been out here babysitting him, making sure his legs don't get loose or pop behind his back. So hopefully he'll get walking. Him up just a little bit. I'll kind of tip him so I can see. So we got the ties on both feet and then one to connect them. So hopefully that hobble will be good enough, and we'll have to watch it. May have to change the size depending on what happens.
But hopefully we'll get him walking normal again. Okay, on the counter we're at 77. At the window we are, let's see if they'll focus. Oops. Come on, focus. I don't know why I don't want to focus here. Well, either way, let's see, there we go. We are at 87, working on 88, and if it goes higher than that, we won't know. And then up here, we are at 68. So it's about a 10 degrees difference from there to here, and about another 10 degrees difference from there to the window. So we're at 81 on the counter. That's not doing good. Let's see what this says. It's maxed out at the 88, so that's not good. And then up here on the ceiling, we're at 72, so we're not keeping, or no, 70. So we're not keeping up that great. This window, this whole side is the sunny side. I'm gonna get the meat thermometer and stick it over there to see how hot it is. Okay, I just stuck this right here like 2 minutes ago. Let's see what it says. It is at 120, a little bit more than that. So it's to touch the metal. It's really, really hot. It almost, it burns to touch with your hand. So we're gonna have to do something about that. Okay, so now I get to suffer the side effects of heat. My resting heart rate while laying completely flat is 108 to 110 at the moment, and it may get faster, I hope not, but I had just a few minutes ago noticed my heart rate was high, and so sometimes it picks up speed and gets faster. I was dealing with reverse Raynaud's earlier. Right now it's not too bad, but I can't finish eating, I can't eat or drink anything, so my clot symptoms worse. I can't get up, so we're gonna have to do something about heat.